Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, and today I got MS-05 Green Zone, which is the last member of their Radiotron or Raiden Trainbot team. Don't know his G1 name, but it'll probably be in the description or in the title or on the screen or wherever. But this is I'm excited because this is the last member and he looks great. The colors are great. I still think I like Cool Peak better. I think Cool Peak is probably my favorite one color wise. This is a remold, slightly remolded repaint of Cool Peak. So they're similar. I didn't even read the directions. I didn't do anything. I'm going to just transform this off of knowing how Cool Peak transforms. And hopefully I don't run into any snags. I didn't really transform ahead of time because I didn't want to waste time since I already know basically how it transforms. It's just a few differences in aesthetics, I guess. But yeah, it's great. Great figure. The same. If you didn't see my Cool Peak review, you can go watch that. I may fly through this a little bit faster than normal. I say that, but who knows? You know how I do sometimes. I can't help but to be thorough. But sometimes it's a little too slow, too thorough for me. If I do fly through this, you can always go to Cool Peak's video, and I'm very thorough in that video. So this is basically no change. Like the tolerances, everything. Just giving you my initial thoughts as I do. For those that are uninitiated or first time here, usually do initial thoughts first, just in case I don't want to waste nobody's time, so they can kind of get an idea if they just want to come quick, get an idea about it and let it go. This has no issues at all, really, as far as I can tell. Same with Cool Peak. Just tolerances are great. Everything's there. Waist, bend, swivel, all that good stuff. Multiples, swivels. I mean, you basically, Articulation got everything you want to ask for. You know, mine is a couple things, maybe double joint knees or whatever. But again, it's not a big deal. I think it's a great figure. So let's get it going. See the face sculpt. Show the face sculpt. This is great face sculpt. I'm not sure off of the top of my head if that's accurate. We can go through accessories. Not much. Has a gun again. Nice all black with a little accents in the middle. Just red this time around the barrel, the middle of the barrel. Nice molded detail. Looks like a good good cast, good paint. Again, has this, so it probably can store underneath. You have the wings again. These are super tight, but once you get them untight, in order to, you don't have to open them up anymore and try to do that. You can just move this up here like that and then open it. Then you have the wings like this, or you can move it down and open it. And the wings are like this. So this is how you can put it on here in the back. For the life of me, probably one of the only problems I've had with this figure, I cannot get this out. I don't want to take pliers and pull it out, but it's super tight in there. I almost thought it was glued. I tried to push it out here. I'm not even sure if that's an opening. It might just be shallow plastic and it might just stop up here somewhere. But anyway, I was like, it's not super important, so I'm not going to chew it up with a wrench or anything. But it can stick back there if you can get this thing out. It'll probably come out eventually. And you got the couplers, of course, which all of them come with for the train. And the last accessory is the box, of course. Again, you have product shots, MS Green Zone. You have his 1:1 scale product shot of the train. You got some shots back here, and you have him in robot mode 1:1. Compare him with the crew, all but Cool Peak. If you saw my Cool Peak video, again, You know, I didn't transform him back to robot. I left him as an arm because that is what I'm doing. Here he is with the crew. I think that's all we really need to compare him to. This is a wonderful set. I really wish I would have went on two on each figure, because I would definitely display them like this if I could. I probably don't even have the room to though, so it's probably better that I did not go in on two. But you see the team, including Cool Peak, even in arm mode. He doesn't want to turn into a robot. He's fed up. So yeah, that's a great thing. Now I'm dreading transforming all of these into their combined modes, but I will do that into articulation. Head, like I said, I'm going to go through this guy pretty quick, or try to, because it's just like Cool Peak. So if you want a slower, more instructional transformation, even though I will be instructional, but just look at Cool Peak's video. So his head goes down. It's on that same joint that can move up. So it can go down that much if you need to, and go up that much. You can go side to side, and you can spin all the way around. And it's nice orange and green flavor. These things move if you need them to. I don't know if you need him to get like a big up pose. He could probably move these so he can get them. So that's cool. Arms all the way around. Not on ratchets. I can't remember if Cool Peak had ratchets. Feel like, I don't know. For some reason I thought he did, but maybe he didn't. Get the arms all the way up like that. Elbow is not really double jointed, but it has like a double joint bend almost. And it's got this little molded feature, which gets you more than 90 degrees. So that's good. Got bicep swivel up here. Hands, you can spin around. You can kind of move them in and out on that joint. I don't know if I touched on that with Cool Peak. But then he has fingers. He has the base knuckle, and then he has the middle knuckle on all his fingers. Then the thumb is just the base ball joint knuckle. He has a waist that can spin around all the way this way. Then he has a waist up here that he can spin around. You can get all this stuff in the back out the way and spin it around a little bit more if you need that. Then you have the skirts. You got 6 skirts. All of them get out the way. Does the splits. No ratchets out. Has ratchets forward and back. And they're pretty good ratchets. And he does the hurdles super well. Put the skirts down. He has a built-in thigh swivel up there. Knees on ratchets. You heard that. Good ratchets too. No failing there. Then he has a toe tilt and not really up. Just tilt like that. And he has a super rocker. You can also get like kind of a down. You can kind of fake it. You pull this up like this and it kind of makes it look like it's up. But it can't get past this. That's it. And the back is pretty clean. You saw on 360. Get into transformation. So fold his fingers up. Make a fist, of course. This one's already done, so don't have to do that. Pull the panel out here. I flip the fist over so the back of the hand is going in first. You pull up. I'll pull this out first. Get these out of the way so I don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I forget that, and push this out up there. Move this head forward, and it's on that double joint where it has to sit all the way forward. Then you can move these this way and this way. Move this. It's a double hinge right in there. You want to move that back. Then you can move this little piece out, this little tab here. Same thing over here. Just move that back. Move this little piece out. Turn around, you can move all this stuff out. Pull this out like this. Move this up here. I just leave it be. Then move this up. Pull this out like this. Fold that into that. Then there's some flaps in there. You turn this around because you want that tab to go into there. So that's how it's going to be. You pull this up as well. Pull that out. Pull this like this. Get this up here. Make that out. Move this around. Now you can fold these out. Then you can fold this out and it captures in there. Then you fold this up here. You can try to tab this together. And fold this up and tab them like that. Then you bring this up here. Then when you put it out, it's going to hit this. So these you can fold out if you want. So it connects into there like that, either side. Then it sits like this, and then this tab in these circles, 2 round pegs, but there's no tab up here. I don't know if that's an oversight or if I didn't do something right. Not sure. We shall see. So probably doesn't matter. You put that in there like that, and then you can move these out. Then move this up, tab it in. You can move it like this first, then tab it in. You can move these wheels out. And of course the tabs, I'm not going to put the tabs out, but you can put the tabs out. And then this goes on top of here like this. And this fell. If that falls, it's kind of hard to get it correct, but you can. Then you can just tab that onto there. And there you have the back of the train. So move the legs out. Again, move this up. I say again, but if you ain't see the other video, it's not again. You don't know. Move this in there like that. So yeah, I'm basically figuring this out because I know how Cool Peak works. So you move these panels down like this. Now I just move this out so you can fool with all of this right here. Get this out here like that. You want to get this leg out from under here. Once you get that leg out, you can fool with this piece. You can push it up because then you can get all this like this. The only reason you really do that is to, and this right here, this panel is always in. It was in before, and you see it's to cover up this little space right here, but it's in, and it's supposed to be in doing this part. So I'm just gonna leave it in. Save time. Get the tool. Get it so it can prepare to be on top of this. So then you want to combiner wars this in. You can move this back in like that. Then this goes up here. Gotta get it right though. Let me see. Get this see how it's pointed that way? You gotta get it all the way flat against here, so then it's angled at the right angle. So there you go. And it's like a L. So then you can move this down here like this. It kind of rests up against that little piece. And that's it. Then you want to move this back in. Turn it over. And then you can move this out. Flip this down a little. Make sure this finger is still in. Put that down there like that. And then goes like that. You can do this side. Put that down. Move this down. Move that up so you can move this in here like this. You can move this out. The reason you're moving this out is to unlock it right there. You can move this out here like that. Then you can kind of move this in somewhat out of the way of this so you can pull it up. And then move this back so you can get this panel out. So you get that off. Combiner wards it back. And you know, space is getting limited because of all this stuff and it's so close together. So you got that like that. This up here where it's supposed to go. And then you move that down. And you have this where it should go as well. It's like in there like that. There we go. You can just move this down, back, and into here. What you want to do is put it together. Put that together. This right here, I know it was hard on Cool Pete. Oh no, it's still not together. What I did before was move these up kind of like out the way a little and then try to get this together. You can move this like this, push this down here so you don't get too much. Got some clearance here, some clearance here. Then if these are pushed together, then you can connect these two. Again, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to break this. I got to do it again to go into arm mode. Then you just got to try to get all this stuff together like normal. And of course, move these wheels out. Didn't do that because this isn't really together. But this is super hard. Like I said last time, I stuck my hands in there somehow. And I don't know if I moved this. I don't know what I did. If that was together, all of this stuff would stay together better. Like this right here isn't staying together because this is forcing it apart. I mean, it's together now, but it's not going to stay that way for long while you manipulate it if you don't have this together. If you want a perfect train, you can get it, but it just requires some doing. But yeah, here's the train. Looking lovely. Looking nice. Pegs, you peg that there. Then you can have it there. And then there's a hole right here for the wings. You can have the wings on the train if that's what you are into. And that's it again. Colors. The orange and green pop. It's nice. This orange is nice. It's like a kind of a sheen. It's a matte sheen. And those, I like the splits. It kind of looks like, I guess, a real train. I don't know much about trains. I've been on trains a few times. The only thing I know is the subway and the high-speed line. That's it. When I'm in New York, I take the subway. When I'm in Jersey, I'm on the high-speed line if I'm taking the train to Philly or whatever. And so I don't know much about regular trains, like passenger trains. I've never been on like a passenger train before. So that's for story time, maybe. I don't know my train stories, because there's some wild stuff happens on the subway and on the speed line. I've seen some wild stuff, but let's go. So now I'm gonna go to R mode. What the hell? We're gonna take this hand out because that's what we need to do. Pull that out like that. Heavy chunky hand as per par for the course. So you move this around here like this. Put that in there like that so it lines up and pegs in kind of. Now with this, take this off. Only because you're trying to, you can move this down. This is pretty tight right here. It's some, and maybe that's the only flaw. I know I kind of always look for a flaw, even though there's not many with these guys, but there are a few. So pull this up here, have it like that, and then we're gonna put this in here. Again, you have to get this right to insert it. Move this up so you can put these together and insert them through this right here. This back. Actually, you can split all this apart. Close this up. Split that apart a little bit so then you can get this out of here somewhat. And you can move it back, fold this back up, put it down like that, move this back, and fold this up. Put it like that. Then you can get this out of here. This is where I pull these skirts up so they're out the way in order to get the legs furled out a little bit more. And now I can't, of course, get these out because it's tight. So move that out and move this out. So move this out like this. And you're good. Then you're gonna deal with all this. Move this up here. You just leave it like that and then move this out here like that, because you're gonna eventually pull it up. Then pull this out. You can move this now. I think it'll be beneficial. See that? You can move this in. This has to be like that while it's in here. So while you're moving that up, then you can move this over like this, because it's going to eventually sit like that. You can move this up here. Move this up. Up like that, and then push this in this side right there. Push this thing out right here, because it'll lock in right here to keep this leg from wobbling and moving. Actually, it becomes a shoulder. It's a shoulder now. Put that in there like that. Then you can get this thing situated however you need it. Have it like this, and then move it in like that, so it's just flat. So you can then move this in like that and move this down here all the way out like this. Then you can fool with this. It's easier to get this out by just pushing this right here. Then you can actually get a hand in or a finger. Move it around. Move this up here. Move this up here like this. Get this out. Kind of move that like that. Once this comes out of there, then you can move this like this and put it back. Move this up there like that, and move this down and tab it in there. Where's the thing at? The locking mechanism. Right there. Put that in there. Make sure it's in the right spot. There we go. And now we can move this down. Get that in there like that, flat. And then you can just move this back to where it's supposed to be at in there. But with these up, put that down, of course. And now you can squeeze these together. So this joint is right. So you just get it right. You know the peg is here, so you know the elbow bend should be here. And there we go. Finally. And here we are. It is an arm. So if you enjoyed this video, thank you for joining me, and I will get up with you in another one. Next up will be the whole team combined. And I can't wait for that. So I'm going to get everything in order, and then be back a couple days maybe. All right. Thanks for watching again. Peace.
Ain't over. Life ain't over. Life ain't over. Life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want to.